Hermetic laws. Hermetic laws are the principles by which the structure of the universe is governed, of all that is known, or what is truly works. In simple words, what are the rules of the game in the life we live day by day? These principles are 7 in total. The more we know about them, the more we clearly will be able to see a quantum mechanism of our reality, and understanding of all will increase. Documented by thousands of years ago by the Great Hermes Trismegistus, the Thrice-Great, here we'll study the following law. The law of mentalism. In the metaphysics we speak of the universal mind. Will give us an example, so what before developing the topic you can follow the trail of we are going to discuss with a simple explanation. Most of us, not to say everyone, every time we uploaded information, photos and videos, files that no store in our devices is because they are in the cloud. In the same way, if at some point we wish to download them again, that is, not only uploaded information, but access to all or completely new data, we access this type of platforms. The cloud is not ours. It does not belong to us. We don't really know how large it is. And obviously it does not contain all our information, but that's of all these people we have ever connected to it. Well, the universal mind, or a collective subconscious, works in the same way. Perhaps contemporary times the person who made this term most widely known was Carl Jung, who discovered that many of his patients, in a state of hypnosis or dreaming, access planets and information were impossible to reach consciously. After being induced into these states, they are brought back information, precise data, or spoke of having living experience that otherwise could not have been invented, since each time the information was verified, it proved to be true. Another well-known case is the psychiatrist Brian Weiss, who discovered that one of his patients, under hypnosis, had access to past life, and she described with great precision, and that helped her to resolving a pending issues in a current life that she otherwise could not solve, no matter how hard she tried. So, what is this place that the people will connecting to? What is the mentalism? According to universal law described thousands of years ago by thought, one of them, if not the most basic, is that everything happens with the great mind. Pay attention. Everything happens within, and nothing, absolute nothing, can escape it. Universal law cannot be transgressed. Now you know, everything you experience in your past, everything is happening now, and everything that may happen on the future will always occur within. To which we are all connected. But what is it? What is inside it? Can I really escape it? Is there any use to knowledge these things? Is good or bad? Is the origin of everything, the point zero, the initial starting point for all that came after. And we are part of it, we are within it. In science's terms, it's a simple called by the Big Bang, an explosion from which everything was created. In religious terms, it could be related to a god. We create all the things that came from him. In a metaphysic terms, through the teaching of Hermes Trismegistus, delivered in the ancient Egypt, we are given to explain of this, the universal law from which no one could escape, but which sustains the structure of the cosmos, of the whole universe itself. And this one, the law of mentalism, could be said to be the first. Everything happens within a great mind. Nothing escaped. Is nature good or bad? Things are simpler, they flow. It is why the human beings who later on, in your great appetite to dividing things, country, nation, races, relations, and everything can be divided, also made the distinction between good and evil. Therefore, it can be said to be of nature. And if you still have doubts, no, you can't live on this mind. What is inside it? Everything. If you close your eyes for a few moments and try to define the sum of all the things you currently know and their maximum exponential level, experiences, your profession, sciences, art, music, the cosmos, the mathematics, history, philosophy, etc., everything is within the universal mind. But what we are know or believe does know is minimal. Scientists, inventors, musicians, painters, many people throughout the century have created great inventions, discoveries, wonders. They have capable of exceptional works, of things that even today there are many not able to replicate. However, they also left a key in their words, since the most of them say they were in a state of trance, or above, inspired. Inspired comes from the Greek inspiratio, inspiratus. It's the same to introduce or blow something inward. To be inspired is the exact moment in which the people connect directly to the universal mind, and it's there that we gain access to the wide, if not infinite, a range of ideas or possibilities. We bring them towards us and download them into the physical plane. Simply put, passes from the mind and becomes the creation. These people, we are not gods. They are nothing different from the people are listing these things. They are people like you, but who at their moments or moments of lucidity. The difference is that many understand how to enter on this state and begin to download and express that information continuously. Musicians will compose complex orchestral works at the young age that require decades of training, doing so one after another one. Painters of great quality will produce hundreds of works for the posterity. Inventors will create from nothing more than 100 200 patents, with the clearest example being Tesla. Why? Himself, in the adulthood, confessed that he received instruction and saw the blueprints of his inventions with great clarity before bringing them into the physical plane. He was fully aware of this and introduced himself into a state between wakefulness and sleep in order to access that information. Albert Einstein would sit with a metal ball in his hands and realize how to bring his mind into the theta waves, the key, the frequency, the radio station to tune into the same frequency as the universal mind. If we was fully awake, nothing came. If he entered in that frequency, he could download useful information for his studies and maintain just enough strength to hold the metal ball. When he fell completely asleep and would drop it would hit the floor and wake him. The sound of the ball indicated that he has lost the connection and needed to begin again. And there are many such cases, and even unconsciously you do not realize it, but you have already been with it. Great moments of inspiration, creation, you are proud, ideas and more. Now you know where they came from the universal mind. Therefore, within its light everything was ever created in the past, everything you contemplate today, and what you will arrive tomorrow. It's all already there, created, waiting for the right person and the right moment, ready to connect with it, receive information, and know exactly what to do with it. If anyone has still doubts, here's something you can verify yourself. There are many proven cases of people who filled patents or patented inventions separated by many kilometers, countries, and continents without knowledge of one another and created the same thing. How many times you have thought of something that someone else ended up saying? How many times you have thought the same thing as the someone else? How do you think the telepathy works between the people? Always in that people imagine things and later manifest them in their lives? Or why, when an Olympic record is broken after decades, does it begin to be surpassed repeatedly? I will explain the last point so you can understand another mechanism with this great mind. All collective beliefs of society are found there. Therefore, if a record has remained unbroken for 50 years, it means that everyone agree it's very difficult. But when someone manages to break that limitation, deception, the pattern, now everyone believes this can be surpassed again, because someone has already done it. And so this record in a different disciplines, every by thousandth of second of centimeters, is beginning to rock one another. All thanks to the person who did it first, who laid the foundation for the rest, and now the rest believe. Why? Because we are all connected to the mind. So, it's useful to be connected to it? By now you are really likely answered that you're yourself, but let's to go to the most important question. How do I connect consciously? You must enter on a state of relaxation, bringing your brain into the theta waves between 4 and 8 Hz. This occurs in the same conscious state. Simply put, we are not fully awake, but neither we are asleep. We usually enter these states naturally just upon waking on the morning and we falling asleep at the night. These are brief seconds in which we must remain consciously and sustain that state for as long as possible. You can also achieve this by listening to audio with relaxing frequency according to your personal taste for sound, rain, animals, angelic chants, whatever relaxes you, but you must not fall asleep. Meditation is very useful, creating large space of complete silence, without music, without people around, being calm, without external factor to create distraction. This will allow us to go inward. The calmer we are, the calmer our mind, the greater possibility of connecting with it. And how do I know I have done it? It's perhaps the simplest things. You will hear your inner voice. You will feel waves of inspirations, states of joy, a desire to do or create things. There is no way to mistake it. Thousands millennia ago, there are great laws to govern and sustain the universe. It's your decision, by free will, whether to ignore them completely or to use the rule of the game to perform better and flow with them.